Hey, what's good? It's Roknin, and welcome back to Roknin versus Online for Street Fighter 5. Obviously, this recording is not live, and something about that doesn't jive. Anyway, yeah, the title of the video probably will say it. I hope it does. If it doesn't, then I'm gonna say it now. I have a scrub mindset. I have a very scrubby mindset, and I think I finally need to admit that and start making changes to fix that. So first, let me just go ahead and say for the record right now, because I'm sure if anybody's seen my Twitter feed, then you already know what happened. But for those that haven't, I got so mad one day that I was like, you know what, fuck this game, and I broke my disc. And I was like, I'm done with this game. I'm finished, and that's it. I'm not playing anymore. And that's never happened. In any, like, I've had inclinations. The only thing I can think of that's close is that I used to get so frustrated with, I got so mad at Mario Truckers Charge, I sold it, and that happened twice. And the second time I did not buy it back, and I've not played it since. I've had to want to play it here and there, but I'm like, I just don't like I actually don't like the way the game plays out. I feel like it's fundamentally broken, and I'm like, I'm not playing anymore. And it's funny because it's very similar in a sense that just from a I guess from a mindset point of view, the same thing that happened in that game was like the online was just, it was Nintendo Online, so you already know what it is. And it was just certain strategies I wasn't a fan of. And yeah, every time I would play, even when I played locally, like I would just play against friends or whatever, and like they would find a strategy or something that was like that just worked so well. I just got so irritated and so angry at that game that I was like, you know what, I'm done. And that was the closest I think I ever came to actually breaking a game disc before in my entire gaming career. There are games that can frustrate me, but generally speaking, when they frustrate me, it doesn't frustrate me to the point I want to break something. You probably, if you've watched my channel with any kind of regularity, I'll get annoyed with Mario Kart and I'll get play angry, as I call it, where I'm just like, you know, I act out or whatever. I might yell and make weird noises and stuff, but it's not. That's always, and I will say this now, that is always me just overreacting because it's funny, not because I'm actually legit angry. But fighting games are different. And notice I said fighting games and not Street Fighter 5. Street Fighter 5 is a huge culprit because of how stressful of a game it is. But fighting games in general are different for me. And I've been trying to figure it out for the longest time. For a long time. Like, even when I was, before I got to playing competitive, I used to play my buddy, Jay, when, like, way back in the day, we used to go back and forth at it in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And he knew if he did certain things and he got me mad enough, I was going to play like an idiot. I was going to play dumb. I wasn't going to be very successful. Oh, that super didn't hit. And you could just get me mad very quickly. And yeah, like legit anger. Granted, I was like 17, 18, no, 19, 20. Let me not lie. That was 1999, right? That was Dreamcast 2021. Yeah, that area. Like I was in like my early 20s, and even before that. That sucked that dude did not re-up, but it's probably the connection. I'm just gonna assume it was a connection. But yeah. So this has always been a problem, and I'm bringing this up now because I'm rethinking what my problem is. As of late, I've not been enjoying fighting games at all, the way I used to. I still have my enjoyment, which is why I still go back to them. I play certain games, particularly with Street Fighter 5. I still go back to it. Not recently, just keeping in mind. I'm gonna bring it up again later. And I was like, what is going on with me? I've had a lot of personal stuff in my life that wasn't going great. I could give you all the excuses, but really, I don't think any of that is what it is. I think what it really comes down to is that I am really, really a sore loser. I'm very bad at it. Terrible at it even. I am a terrible loser. I do not like losing. Losing hits me in the bottom of my soul. It hurts. It sucks. It's not fun. I don't like playing games or doing things where I lose a lot. And that really came to a head when I was talking to Akos. I always mess his name up. I was talking to him in the personal chat. We were talking about it, and he kept asking me questions, and it kept kind of narrowing down. Eventually, it just got to me just saying, like, I hate losing. And as I typed it out and I started thinking about it and like why I hated losing and like what it was and why I was like just so frustrated. And I was like, oh shit. I really am really bad at losing. And then I kind of looked back and thought about all the times that I was really losing in fighting games over time, and like how many games I've started and quit. And then I really realized, like, oh shit, I really am a scrub. I am the scrubbiest scrub. And I think that's why I've been so much like trying to find something that felt like cross Tekken to me again, because not necessarily play wise, just to feel like I playing a game, but I think I was chasing something that was kind of pointless because I wasn't gonna get that again. The reason that I gravitated towards cross Tekken so much is because I was winning at it. In any game you're winning at, you enjoy it more. And I think that mentality has been very detrimental to me in my growth as a player. And I think that's why I've been stuck at certain plateaus and why I end up quitting games so much. Like Tekken, I was so ecstatic with Tekken 7. When I first played it, I loved it and I enjoyed it. And I was like, yo, I'm loving Tekken 7. And then I started losing. And it was very easy for me to go back to other games that I wasn't losing at as much. And I stopped playing it and I got disinterested in it. Guilty Gear. I love Guilty Gear XR when I was playing it, or XR2, when I finally got a chance to play it and Biking finally came out. I've been waiting for Biking. I'm like, oh my God, I love it. But there was so much frustration for me trying to learn it and like getting destroyed so much and so easily. Like, I mean, like literally destroyed, that I stopped thinking about what I was learning and what I should be doing to improve and just trying to win. And then I stopped having fun again and I just dropped the game. Lots of games that I've played in recent years, I've just dropped out of. Smash. I really enjoy playing Smash, but every time I went back to Smash and just went through like a huge losing streak, I was like, I'm done. This game's not for me. It's too much this, it's too much that. I don't have time to try and practice this or that. And the training mode sucks and whatever other excuse I could come up with. But really what it came down to was I was losing. I was losing a lot. And it sucks to lose a lot, and it's not a great feeling. And even talking about it right now, I'm actually kind of irritated and like I'm mad at myself because I know that I'm one of the ones that when you ask me about fighting games and like trying to get into fighting games, especially newer players, I tell people all the time, especially locally, like, man, don't even worry about losing. It's gonna happen. Just you gotta play through it and, you know, focus on what you're learning and what to improve, and then you'll get past those hurdles and then you'll win. But then I watch a lot of players that came in and were like pretty, you know, still learning, and then suddenly they're going beyond me, and I'm like, what is going on with me and why do I suck? It's because I'm not thinking about how to improve. I've been thinking all the time so much about winning and doing better and reaching these artificial goals that I set. You know, I had a goal this year of like trying to get to platinum rank. That was stupid, and I shouldn't have done that because all I did was set me up to go online and play so much and get so frustrated that I stopped learning how to play and improving. And I stopped realizing what I was improving at when I was playing, because I would think about like how bad I lost, how many losses I had, my points. And I'm the main one that when I talk to somebody else, I'm like, hey, man, don't even worry about points online. Points are nothing. Why are you doing it to yourself? You shouldn't play for that. So that goes back to my frustration with Street Fighter V. I think the reason that I've been so frustrated with the game is two reasons. It's twofold. One is because the game is very offensive focused. You can play defense. I'm not going to say you can't be a defensive player in Street Fighter V, because every time I say that, somebody defensive wins a damn tournament, or I just lose against defense. I lose the defensive guiles all the time because I'm impatient. Defense is definitely a thing you can do, but it's definitely a much more difficult skill in Street Fighter V because offense is the rule of the day in this game. And that's not bad. It's just that's the way the game is, and you have to make a decision of whether you like that or not. I don't mind it. And when I first started playing Street Fighter V and I understood that, one of my goals was, you know what, I'm going to play Street Fighter V because I want to learn how to play better defensively in a game that is offense heavy, and I also want to improve my offense. And in some ways I did that. But I think the biggest problem is just that losing in Street Fighter V is very rough. Similar to when I lose in Smash and why I stopped playing Smash online or playing Smash in tournament. Smash, when you don't know what you're doing and you're losing, it's extremely unforgiving and competitive. It's not like when you're playing casually and you're like, oh, well, we got all these things going on and items and all this wonderful stuff and it's crazy and it's wild, oh my goodness. It's very hard. It's very difficult in Smash to like lose and not be frustrated. If I'm being very honest with you, because it's also very I won't say easy, but you can be made to lose in Smash in very embarrassing ways. You can get 3-stopped by a good player, and it's like, oh shit, all right, what did I actually learn from that situation? And that, I think, is my problem, is that I don't sit down and ask that question. What can I learn from the situation? What did I do wrong? I don't ask questions, or I wasn't asking enough questions. I wasn't asking the right questions. I would just accept that I suck. I'll be frustrated. From playing online, I would just turn the game off. I would just be like, I quit, I'm done. I would switch characters. There's so much stuff that I do when I lose to try and chase the win that I'm not doing the most obvious thing, which is accept the loss and try and learn from it. I am very bad at losing. And then I think you're not going to believe this when I say it. Well, actually, probably will. But honestly, I realized recently how much of a scrub mindset I had when I was listening to one of those uploaded LTG compilations. And for a little bit, as I was listening, I heard things that I had said in my head as I was losing, particularly about certain characters. And I was like, I've thought that. And in some cases, I've said that. Holy shit. Like, it was such a... it wasn't really a revelation as much as it was just like... It's probably always been there, but I just have denied it for the longest time, because on the outside, especially when I'm playing locally, I have to kind of like calm myself, steel myself, and say, okay, you know what, whatever it is. There's been a few instances where locally I've been frustrated and this come out and I couldn't do anything about it. But for the most part, I can keep my cool. And a lot of times, because I'm playing with somebody right there and they're talking me through it, or we're having fun, or we're just laughing about stuff or whatever, there's more fun to it. So it's not like online where you're really kind of isolated unless you're playing with people that in a Discord or something like that. And you can chat with them. The set playing right now, by the way, with me playing against Wukong Prime, this is a set that I asked for in the Poison chat, and he was very awesome in giving me advice that he could when we played. And and like, this was really fun. And and at the end of the set, I wasn't upset or anything. And I play my boy Kendrick. I forget his tag. I think it's Black Excellence. Black Excellence. There we go. I'm like, I know his tag. I play Black Excellence, who's local, but we play online a lot. And there's some smack talk. I'm not really huge on smack talk. I'm not really a trash talking guy, unless I really we gotta be really we gotta be the tightest of tight. And even then, I'm still not really much of a trash talker. But he talks a lot of trash, and so I've had to get used to it. But playing him, especially after the match, like we were talking, I'll kind of realize, okay, I was getting frustrated for no reason. But outside of those situations, especially when playing online, it does feel like you're playing in a vacuum. I think I understand now why so many people do stream when they play, when they need to practice, because it does give them an audience to kind of talk to, or talk things out, or just kind of have fun with while they're playing. It makes the game more enjoyable that way. Whereas, especially like I said, in the situation I was in, I'm just playing. And I'm just playing in my own little world. And I have nothing to really calm me down. And for me, playing fighting games online, it felt like it became more embarrassing, especially when I was losing, because it's like, now I'm losing in front of everybody and I look like shit. And it shouldn't be about that. And again, that goes to my whole mindset of just not wanting to lose. I have that issue in general in life. I'm very fearful of failure. I'm very, very fearful of failure. I don't like to do things that could be a failure. It could put me in a bad situation. I would certain things I will just do because it just is necessary. But I am very bad at putting myself out there and just being like, you know what, I'm gonna do this because it is what it is. I've gotten where I'm at right now, where I'm doing YouTube and doing streaming and stuff like that. It's taking me so long to get to that point where I'm just doing that, and I'm just like, all right, if I mess up, whatever, I'll just do it. I'll just deal with it, and I'll turn that situation, even if it isn't a goof or whatever, I'll turn it into a funny situation. It's fine. It's not the worst. If I mess up on a contract gig, it's fine. I'll just I'll be humble about it. I'll trace my stuff back. We'll fix whatever the issue is, and we'll go from there. It's taken me a long time to get to that point. It's not me blowing smoke up your ass, by the way. It really has taken me a long time to get to that point. Why is this playing like it doesn't like it's really smooth? Hopefully that comes through okay on the camera. Anyway, I say all that to get to the point of that is my problem right now playing anything competitive, but particularly fighting games. And it manifests itself so much more in Street Fighter V because I like the game so much and I want to be better at it, and I feel like I should be at this point. I put 10,000 plus matches in it, But I also haven't been studying the right things, and I've been focusing on the wrong things. And the main thing I've been focusing on is trying to win, which sounds super rudimentary, but it's true. Like, my mindset has just been like, yo, how can I win? What do I do to win? A lot of the times it's just switch characters back and forth. And I think it came to a head recently, like really came to a head with Poison, because that was a terrible. I should have died anyway. Because more than any other character in the game, and especially with her style in this game, I'm a huge fan of Poison. And so when she came out, my mindset was like, I have to play Poison. But I tried to make excuses for myself too when things wouldn't work and I was losing matches, because I'm just like, well, man, she sucks. I'm not gonna play her. I've played her now, and I'm losing these matches, and it sucks. And she's garbage. I'm gonna go back to what I was playing, because that was winning. You know, and I go back to Falk because I could win with Falk. I go back to Cammy because I could win with Cammy, quote unquote. But and that's fine. But also, my heart wasn't in it anymore. So it just becomes frustration, because now all these changes I'm making, I'm still not playing the character I want to play. There's a character right in front of me that like fits my style, like visually and just concept wise. There's multiple characters like that, and all I do is make excuses as to why I can't play that character. And then when you actually put the effort in and try, and it doesn't work, and you lose, it's like triple compounded. This is like so much. Ooh, I got shimmied. There's so much just going at the same time there, and it overflowed. Like, I went back to try and play Poison again, and I was like, damn it. So, with that long-winded explanation out of the way, I realized that, yes, I have a very scrubby mindset. I really only think about winning. Anything to win. And if I'm not winning, I make excuses as to why I'm not winning. I'm there like, well, it's this character. I should have been doing this, that, or whatever. Or I've gone through all of it. And I've done it in multiple games. I've actually frustrated friends because I keep dropping games. Like, I'm just like, oh, we're playing Soul Calibur for real, and now I'll lose one set, or I'll play against one person that's really good, and I'm like, I'm done. Or I won't even say I'm done. I just will stop playing it, and I won't quote unquote have time. And I generally don't, because I'm playing other games. I'll start playing other stuff. So I need to make decisions about what I really want to play and what I want to do. I can't play every game. That's not possible. That's not a thing that I'm gonna do. It's not gonna happen. In the name with Street Fighter V, I think what I need to do right now, I am on a hiatus. I do have the game. I still have it. Me breaking the disc really was more of a symbolic gesture. And again, I want to reiterate, I didn't like take the disc out and bite it in half, or like, you know, stomp on it or something. I just calmly took it out. I went and showed my roommate, like, look, man, this is what I think of this game. And I just bent the disc up because I didn't care anymore at that moment. But then I realized, like, an hour later, which is why I made the comment I made on Twitter afterwards that also got deleted. I broke the disc, but I have the game on PC. It wasn't gone. And I realized, I'm like, why did I do that? What was the point? What did I prove? Like, congratulations, you got to that point now where you're so upset that you're not winning that you did something that dumb. Like, you need an intervention, and you need to rethink what you're doing. It's not the game. The game is the game. And if I quit playing the game, that's fine, but then I'll pick something else up that's competitive, and I'll either drop it or I'll get frustrated again when I like the game so much that I want to do better at it. So what do you do? At what point do you recognize that it's something you're doing, it's something in your mindset? And I'm realizing that now. I've got like every fighting game that's come out recently, and I've played, I think, of the games I've got, the only game I played substantially longer than as long as like, I won't say long Street Fighter 5. I played substantially longer than like a couple of weeks, is probably King of Fighters 14, and that was before all these games came out, because all I was playing was Street Fighter 5 and King of Fighters and Tekken. I'm gonna go back to playing some of those games again. I'm not gonna play Street Fighter 5 for a little while. I'm taking an elongated break from it, but I do. I shouldn't say I'm not playing it. I'm playing it in training mode. I'm not playing online. That's what I should say. I am literally just practicing poison stuff in training mode, and I'm doing stuff like looking at these matches. Like right now, this particular video, I'm not gonna go too much into detail. This is gonna be like just a primer for what's gonna go on from now on. I have a lot of matches I can look over from the past month that I have not looked at yet, because I've been grinding and just playing matches. And I think what I need to do is I need to sit down and look at these matches and really think about, what do I want to do next? How do I want to improve? What can I do to improve after watching these matches? What do I need to quote unquote fix? I think that'll be very, very good for me as a player. and it's something I've been to do for a long time anyway. I've just been working on so many projects and doing so much stuff. I have not had time to sit down and watch my matches deeply as I should. The last few episodes, quote unquote, of Me versus Online have been honestly kind of shit. I haven't been really saying anything or doing anything of import. I've just been kind of just like, oh yeah, this is what happened in the match. That was cool. I actually was very happy I got that off. You know, I haven't really done any kind of like, I won't say analyze. Yeah, analyze. I haven't really done any kind of analyze. I haven't really sat down and said, why is this working? Why is this not working? At least not the way that I think I should be to improve. I've just been kind of just playing. And that can work, but when you're at an obvious stopping point, you're at a point where like you're just constantly losing, you're not really taking anything away from the matches. Not even so much that I'm not taking any learning process from the matches. I'm not learning anything while I'm playing these matches because I'm not taking the time afterwards to sit down and say, okay, what did I do? I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna just play these matches and shit. When I win, I win, and if I lose, then the world sucks. So my goal now is to get to a mindset where I'm actually watching matches again and analyzing them. Because for a while I was doing that and I was actually making good progress. The problem is, aside from character changes, the problem is I just flat out stopped doing that. I started worrying about wins so much again. And it's something I'm working on in my personality. It's something I'm working on to improve and be better at. And I'm happy I recognize it now and I can actually say that and understand that I need to stop being so bad at losing. This is not a new conversation, I should say. My homeboy Essage, who I've played in fighting games probably since 2005, where he was teaching me other games, Third Strike, and eventually we didn't play Smash together. We didn't play Smash together until way afterwards, until recently. We were playing some other fighting games together. I think we played Guilty Gear a little bit. He was teaching me some of it, but then he ended up moving away. And long story short, we've had these conversations a lot. And one of the things he's always brought up is the fact that I worry about winning too much. He's not the only one. My scene has told me that a lot of the times. I worry about winning too much. You need to focus on just like learning the game. And doing Cross, I really was at that point. There were days where I would like focus on winning too much, but for the most part, I was like, all right, just practice learning situations, how to deal with certain things. And you know, I saw improvements. I don't know why I didn't feel like I should be able to just use that same strategy. For some reason, I got in this mindset of like, I really need to be like, that's game. That's why, man, Poison's so cool. I wish that was me doing that, but I've done it before, but still. But yeah, like, for some reason, I thought that I think as much as I told myself, I said this before in one of these videos, I told myself that I wouldn't get in the mindset of well up at Street Fighter 5 and I was playing all this stuff before, so I should be able to come in here and do good because it's a different game. But it's not even Street Fighter 5. Just any game in general that I play, I dropped so many games. Part of that is because there's so many games out. So every time there's a new game out, I want to give it a try, and I feel like that's gonna be the game. It's gonna be the one. But I need to stop thinking the game's gonna be quote unquote the one because no game's gonna be the one. I need to just play what I like to play and learn that game. And then the other games I can kind of touch and enjoy here and there when I get a chance to, but this mental idea of like, yo, I have to play a game that's gonna like benefit me the most and make me like feel great about myself and that I win a lot. It's bullshit because it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna lose a lot of games. There's gonna be a lot of times I play a game and like, oh well, I feel like shit because I'm losing right now because I don't know the game that well. You know, I need to understand that losing is a part of the process. I need to learn how to enjoy losing. If I don't enjoy losing, I'm not gonna ever win because damn it, you're gonna lose a lot. And that's not even fighting game specific. That's not Street Fighter 5 specific. That's just fucking competitive gaming in general. If you're playing against somebody and you're learning something new, or even if you're not learning something new, if you're just playing against somebody that's better than you, you're gonna lose. And you're probably gonna lose a lot. And you're already gonna get to that level and improve is to lose and take some from those losses. And I've been very bad at doing that. So that's my new goal right now, is to look at my losses. I'm going to look at every match. I used to just look at matches that were close or whatever the case may be so I can figure out what those small improvements were. But I'm going to look at matches that I get blown up in. I'm going to look at matches where my fucking hair is on fire. I'm going to look at matches where I know for a fact after that match, I wanted to throw my controller or I threw it or whatever the case may be. And I'm going to watch those matches back. And I'm going to see, damn it, what could I have done? What strategy they employ, and I'm gonna look at it and really think about why I was in that position. What scared me? what was in my mindset. I know in these videos I kind of go more on the mindset than I go into like raw data, but I'm going to look at that as well. I'm going to start looking more into it and taking the time and stop using the excuse too that I don't have enough time, because that's bullshit too. If I manage my time better, I'll have more time. Best part of the problem as well is that I don't manage my time well. I have the time, I just don't put it to use. I spend too much of my time trying to play online, especially when I'm at home. I could be taking this time now to study and understand what's going on. Again, I am on Street Fighter 5 hiatus, so the only thing I'm doing in Street Fighter 5 is training mode shit. I'm not playing matches. The only way I'll play matches if it's against somebody I know that I play a lot. I'm not playing randoms, not right now. I need to calm down from it. I need to just sit down and I just play. And whoever I'm playing with, I need to like talk. Like if I'm playing you, I need to like be able to talk to you on Discord. That's where my mind is right now as far as like the way I'm gonna play Street Fighter 5 if I ever play online. Because other than that, I'm playing other games at the moment. As of this week, I'm on a fighting game break. I have not played, like, aside from me just making sure that Street Fighter 5 download version still worked and that the PC version was still a thing, but I'm not using that anyway. I've not been playing Street Fighter 5. I've not played any matches, I should say. I've just been in training mode and that was it. Other than that, I've been playing Monster Hunter. That's all I've been playing, honestly. And, why was I just going for grabs here? Those were all very obvious grabs. Ooh, it dropped though. But yeah, so this video, like I said, I wasn't planning on really doing analysis for this video in particular. I wanted to get this out there and kind of just vent a little bit, tell you exactly where my mindset is at, realize how bad my mindset is, and what I plan to do. Now, as far as characters, because I mentioned that as well, I went through all my characters I played this entire, I think, past week. And I realized as well, like, man, I'm just switching between characters because, again, I want to win, and half the time playing different characters is how I win. So I went and played a lot of Cammy, and I won't lie, playing Cammy, I actually had a lot of fun playing Cammy again. I really haven't had fun playing Cammy in a long while, so it felt good to play her and like feel solid with her, which is weird. But there were situations too where I just could clearly tell like I'm not doing things I should be doing, especially when it came to like DPing and for anti-air. I was always resorting to normals, and a lot of time getting stuff for it. I went to Corinne for a minute. I realized playing Corinne, I'm like, I'm not back in the Corinne. I'm not playing Corinne. I just don't want to. I love the character, but like one hit confirming medium kick just it's not fun to me. I'm not enjoying doing that as far as execution wise, and that's something that you need to like take her to the next level. So she's one of my 4 fun characters. I just play for fun here and there when I feel like it, but that's not somebody I'm gonna play in the tournament anymore at all ever. Man, who else was I playing? I played Jury. That's not happening. Jury's playstyle in this game just isn't me, and that makes me very sad still. But it's just not. She's very much hit and run in this game rather than being like part zone, like jack of all trades plus being a decent zoner. And I mean, what would change that if she got her fireballs back? If she got her multi-level fireballs back, or her story mechanic back, I would be playing Jury, no doubt. But she does not, and so I won't, and so there's no discussing that, and I need to stop thinking about it. Chun-Li, I'm still playing. And Poison, I'm still playing. Those are the 2 characters I'm playing. I'm trying to drop Falk because I think Falk is just a bad habit. It's easy for me to win with Falk at certain junctures because she's an unfamiliar character to people. Once they catch on to what I'm doing, her game plan is very linear. And honestly, I don't think she's good for me to play. I don't have that much fun playing her. It's just that I win. And so when I win with her, I'm like, yay, but that's not who I want to play. Not anymore. So Chun is still there. I love playing Chun. It's just that Chun is very hard to play because there's a lot going on. And I need to figure that out. So I've gotten better with Chun. I feel more solid with it. I feel she's one of the characters I can actually win with now. So next year when I go to EVO, I want to be prepared to like play Chun, provided Street Fighter 5 there, which I'm pretty sure it will be. I want to have my Chun-Li like on point where I'm like, okay, I can win matches with this Chun-Li. It's not a problem. Whereas last EVO, I was supposed to be prepared for Chun this time, but I was like, nope. After the first game, I'm switching back to Fault because I got destroyed by Mika, and I really should have thought about that more. And then Poison. If I have my way and these work out, then Poison will be who I either co-main, where like I play Chun-Li and Poison equally, or I just play Poison most of the time, play Chun for Poison's bad matchups, which I generally think Poison does not do very well against other like stronger zoners. They have a long range zoning game. Like I think Manat does pretty good against it. So for that matchup, I would probably play Chun. I'm more familiar with it, but I could just learn that matchup with Poison. and go from there. So it's either way, those are two characters I like the most in the game. I have two characters now that I have no excuse to not play that play my style, and I don't have any other excuses. For the longest time, my excuse was I don't have a character that fits my style. Well, now I got two of them. Technically three, because Manat fits my style too, but Manat's execution is like a whole different language to me. I can't do it. I tried for the longest time, and it wasn't fun for me to try. So I'm like, okay. But I've gotten Poison's cancels down. I feel pretty strong about that. I'll say down. I mean, I can actually do them semi-decently. I haven't got to like the 90% rate yet. So when I get to that, I'll feel really confident. But yeah, and then what I'm gonna do for the channel as far as me versus online, I'm no longer gonna have the online series broken into like me versus online for Street Fighter, me versus online for Samurai Showdown, me versus online for this game. What I'm gonna do is whenever I feel like playing a game online, it's gonna be me versus online. So you'll see different games in this me versus online series. I would refresh the numbers, but I don't want to lose the numbers that I already have for Street Fighter. So the other ones that are like separate series, and this one really, I think Samurai Showdown, I'll just add them to this one. You will see me playing Samurai Showdown. When Grand Blue Fantasy comes out, you'll see me playing that. I think within this next week, I'm going to play EX Fighting Layer, and if I can find some people to play against, I'll probably play King of Fighters 14. I'm not going to study all of them heavily. I'm just going to study them enough to get the basics and play with the basics and just go from there. I'm not going to do anything super crazy. Just have fun playing the games. That's it. That's what my goal is. I need to go back to that. Just having fun playing fighting games, man. I think too, just from the outside influence of it as well. Like because fighting games have gotten so big and there's so many tournaments and getting sponsored and stuff like that. Stuff that I'm not really interested in. All I want to do is play the games and have fun. I just love the genre. But you get caught up in it and seeing the personalities and how much they're winning and how much they're doing, and you feel like you're not accomplishing anything if you're not winning at the level they're winning at, even if you're not that devoted to it. My hardcore fighting game days have been past me for years, and I just need to have more just playing, just have fun with it again, man. I think that's what it really comes down to, and part of that fun is gonna be me losing, but just doing cool shit at the same time. And if I'm not doing cool shit, then that's okay too. Just learn from what I did and try and do cool shit the next time. It's a dumb lesson. I digress. I'm kind of rambling now, and I was probably rambling from the beginning, but I wanted to make sure I got that out there and just said that. Sorry, this one was not more analytical. I just really want to talk about that because I really think that's important, and it's something that you have to recognize in yourself. And there's a few friends I've talked to that say like, you're not a scrub, but I mean, I don't think they understand what's going through my head when I'm playing games, and I think I want to put that out there because I realize now that is what's going through my head, and I'm like, that's the problem, that's the issue. If I never touch Street Fighter V again, and there was a chance that I might, but if I never touch Street Fighter V again, or I never touch Smash again, then whatever fighting game came up next, whether it was Grand Blue, whether it was Samurai Showdown, because I've actually gotten mad playing Samurai Showdown too against certain people. But whatever game it was, there's those thoughts creep in my head, like they are there, and that fear of losing is there. It's always there. It may not be as bad because that game's not my main game or wasn't my main game at the time. So whatever game I was supposed to be in my main game, say it was Grand Blue, I would get mad and get frustrated because now I'm losing in this game. When it was Guilty Gear, when I was like, I'm about to play Guilty Gear a lot, when I was losing against my friends that were Guilty Gear players, rather than trying to figure out why I was losing and improve from there, or switch to characters that were better for me to learn the game, I was like, nope, I don't want to play anymore. I don't like the character I'm playing. I don't like the way you play this character, blah, blah. Granted, I didn't say that out loud. That's what's in the back of my head. It's because I wasn't winning. It was because I was so focused on winning and I was not really focused on learning. And I would learn here and there. I would improve here and there, yeah. And I got better at Street Fighter V even through the struggles, yeah. But the rate that I've grown at has been affected because the only thing I've been thinking about is, man, how bad I'm losing and how often I lose compared to everybody else and how much I'm not winning and how much of a whack player I am. Rather than thinking like, all right, that's a loss. What did I do wrong? What can I improve on? Let's go check that out. Let's go take it in training mode and do that. And I'll do that sometimes, but not all the time. Not the way I need to. I was making excuses. I'm very good at that. So, no more of that. From now on, I am going to be working at being a smarter player and not a good player. I don't care if I'm a good player. I'm just going to be a smart player. I don't care if I win a tournament. Fuck it. I don't care if I get to platinum or not. I don't care if I get ranked back down to bronze. As long as you don't jump in on me without getting punished, I will be okay. As long as I can pull off these couple of combos I've been practicing, I'm okay. As long as I can win neutral every once in a while, I'm okay. As long as I can block and play defense decently, I'll be okay. And that's my focus from now on. So thank you for listening to that super long ass rant that basically is just me saying stop whining about losing, worry about improving. If you listen to that and it helped you out, cool. Let me know. Comment below. If you listen to that and you're like, man, you really are terrible in the scrub, cool. Play me so I can not be a scrub. If you listen to that and you're like, I want to play you in King of Fighters or Samurai Showdown, what days are you going to play? Comment below and let me know what days you play, and I will let you know when I play, and we can figure out a time that we can both play, and that'd be cool. Generally speaking, after work, it's kind of rough for me because I'm generally either working on projects or I'm dead. But on weekends, when I'm not in a tournament or doing something locally, I am generally just at home chilling, and so I can play then. Which is again why I don't really have an excuse, because it's not like I don't have time. I just don't make the time to do it because I'm lazy. So no more of that. Yeah. Other than that, oh, that's the other thing I want to mention. I am going to cut down on my Twitter rants. When I get frustrated online or whatever the case may be, or whatever it is, I'm going to have to seek out certain people and talk to them particularly. Because I think sometimes me ranting on Twitter is just not the best, and it makes my Twitter feed kind of not cool. I don't want my Twitter feed to be me ranting about shit all the time, and I generally don't, but when Street Fighter does it, or any fighting game really gets my goat, it'll happen. And especially with Street Fighter, because I feel like I have an audience that knows what I'm talking about, and so I'll rant, and then as soon as I rant, I immediately want to take it back. So I'm like, I'm not that mad. I know I'm not that mad. I know that it's not the case. It's me, or whatever the case may be. I'm like, I shouldn't have said that. I'm like, shit, I said it. It's already out there. That's not. I know better because I tend to be pretty social media savvy. But yeah, I'm gonna cut down on my Twitter rants. If I'm talking about fighting games on Twitter, it's gonna be like in a context. Like, here's this cool thing. Here's this funny thing. Here's this joke. Whatever. But if I have like a frustration point, I think what I need to do is stop ranting on Twitter about it and rant to my friends about it so they can tell me to shut the fuck up. Anyway, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you for listening. I appreciate that as well. Like the video if you enjoyed that discussion for like 40 minutes. Is basically a damn podcast. If not, that's fine. If you didn't like it, you can also thumb it down. I totally get it. If it gets a lot of thumbs down, I will totally understand. Don't take that as a challenge to thumb down the video though. That's not what I'm saying. I don't want to look up and like, you got 5,000 thumbs down. Cool. My first video to get 5,000 in a long time, and it's all thumbs down. I appreciate it. If you know somebody else that could stand to hear this, send it to them. To my local scene, thank you very much for tolerating me. You guys are awesome and have always been great. The Arizona scene has been fantastic, and throughout the years they've been kind of a bedrock for me. So I appreciate you guys, and I'll be out to events soon enough. I've been broke, so I haven't been able to go to locals as much as I want to. That's my excuse. That's a legitimate one though. I actually have been broke. I'm doing better now, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's all I got. I think that's pretty much the entire life story. Some of this will probably be cut out and you won't hear any of it because that's what editing is for, and that's my power, and you can't stop me. Other than that, you guys have a good one, and just enjoy whatever game you're playing. Don't be me. Don't chase the wins. Don't worry about the wins. Just look at what you're having fun with. If you're not having fun with the game you're playing, don't play it. That's lesson one for sure. As I said before in the other video, if I didn't like Street Fighter 5, I wouldn't play it as much as I do. So I know I do like the game, but the problem is just that I take losses so hard that it's not healthy. So I need to work on that in general. And that's not a Street Fighter 5 thing. That's a me thing. But I'm not gonna play Street Fighter 5 for a while to help that out. So, yeah, that's all I got. You guys have a good one. If you like videos like this, where I just kind of go off the cuff about certain subjects, I plan to do a few more like this. They won't be part of the Roknin versus Online series of videos, but there's some I want to do on certain subjects where I just kind of talk it out, almost podcast-like format, and just give my thoughts on it. Sometimes I avoid doing it because I don't think I'm that knowledgeable and I can't really talk about a subject, but I've seen people way less knowledgeable than me talk about subjects, so I need to stop doing that too. There's that fear of failure again. We got to kick that in the bud. Get that out of there. You guys have a good one, and I will holler at you later.